looks like I'm playing Xadrez is Portuguese for chess. And I'll see what this guy's up to. I can speak a little bit of Portuguese, so maybe I'll tell him that he should take some lessons after the game. I don't think so. So he's, this is like kind of the main line of the French here. This bishop e3 is like the normal move. And I want to say queen d2. Xadrez, I wonder if the guy's from Portugal or Brazil. I think queen d2 is like the move here, if I'm not mistaken. He's moving so fast. I never look at this line. H4 is possible. Castling queenside is maybe like a little too sketchy. And he's going to be playing for f6 very soon. Possibly castle queen. No, I messed up the line if I was going to do that. I was thinking about playing h4 and bishop d3, trying to sack on h7. Maybe just bishop e2. Mr. Xadrez, this guy. Bringing the heat. Ufogo. And it looks like castling kingside. I don't want to do that. I don't want to castle kingside. I want to go queenside. Let's dice it up. So maybe, I don't know what's going on. I mean, this French stuff and this b6 move weirded me out. So I just got to move because I spend too much time in the opening. But what I really like to do, b6 is so weird because it's like he wants to play a5 and trade the pieces. Okay, this makes a little more sense. But I think with f5 now, I'm going to get a good game. This is what I don't know. b6 and c4, it doesn't jive. Some Brazilian jive turkey over here. No, it just doesn't make sense. The plan is like not really making sense there. But he's gonna get a good, stuff going on here. So I gotta figure out, how can I play really fast to see g4, b5, g5, b4. He gets there first. Although maybe I just play knight b1, maybe g4. This is like a pretty cool idea. Or maybe just the best move. I don't know, because I don't want to play knight g5. You know what? Why not? You only live once, right? So I gotta hit it while it's, if he plays b5, then he's gonna have b4 as a threat. It's gonna be very tough. I'm gonna have to figure that out. But now I'm actually threatening to play knight takes e6, maybe, or some kind of pawn. There's a lot of tactics going on. So he's gonna let me do it. Here, h4 is like a pretty cool move. What I was kind of thinking is to sack some pieces. I don't know what I'm thinking. It seems like this would just give me a very good game. Like a really good game. Because I wanted to just make sure the knight on c3, I didn't want to bring it back. So I want to keep the pressure on d5. So knight g5, I was really trying to go straight after him. Because if he gets a chance to stop, he's going to have a chance to hold the position. Now here, it seems like I should be winning after bishop takes h6. But I don't know if that actually works. Knight takes d5 is like a pretty good move too. Just keep it simple, right? Just keep it simple. The knight on d7's got nowhere to go. Knight takes d5. Bishop takes c4 coming with it. Okay, I mean, yeah, this is all right. I mean, I guess he gets some play with this. Well, no, knight takes e5, queen c3. Threatening to win his queen somehow. Right? Like, doesn't that just make sense? Maybe it's not threatening with his queen. But I like the pressure. The pressure. So I like I like the pressure. I don't know what's going on. Una partida muito louca. Xadrez. Okay, man. So bishop d6 is what I'm expecting. But then I'm going to play e7. Oh, I had him lined up. Bishop f4. Like, how many sacks are, like, just hanging in this position? There's got to be something. But I'm getting so low on time. I've just got to move. It seems like he maybe can get away with taking on e6. Like, I'm going to come into an endgame up a pawn after all this madness. This should be a crime. I mean, okay, no. Bishop takes e6, knight takes b6. And he's going to be in some trouble. Or even knight f4. Ooh. Okay. Wait a second. Knight f6 check. Bishop takes, rook takes d8, bishop takes e7. This could be kind of a nasty shot. This could be a nice way to win a game. Yeah, rook takes e7 check. Oh my God, this poor guy. Um movimento muito forte. Yikes. e7. Jaque. What? He's still playing? This guy's crazy. Give it up. Give it up, man. You're down so many pieces. Okay, he did. All right, fair enough. So that game was really pretty cool. It started with this line of the French, and you see a lot of top players playing this. I forget the exact name. This line with the f4, now knight f3. Magnus Carlsen has played this a couple times. I believe Ivan Chuk also. It's just a kind of a topical line. Although I think I kind of messed it up in the opening. Bishop e2 maybe is like inaccurate. Maybe h4 is better, with ideas of playing bishop d3 to threaten bishop takes h7 check, king takes knight g5 check, some kind of Greek sack. But the whole point of what I just said was that queen d2 doesn't mesh with that plan. So maybe this is okay, bishop e2. It seems flexible. And here I thought he's got like f6 is an idea. Also, the line that I've seen Nakamura play against Carlsen was with a6 and b5 right away, or trying to play g5 at a good moment. And so, but he didn't try that. So after b6 was like a weird move. Here I castle. Now c4, and this is like, you know, you smell a rat. It's like this c4 and b6 makes no sense together, because if you're gonna play c4 and close the center, it's better to already have played like rook b8 to play an immediate b5, for example. So playing b6, or you could just play c4 and then sack the pawn on b5. You know, if I play knight takes, then you open up the b file at least. So the downside, as we see after f5, now instead of having to worry about my knight, you know, he plays rook b8, and so now I don't have to worry about him playing f6 and undermining e5, for example, because I played f5 with pressure on d5. And so here it's imperative that you play super actively, because like during the game I was having a problem. Like, what do? How do I increase the pressure in this position? You know, and the natural stuff is a pawn storm to g4, but I was able to come up with a much better move, knight g5. And so now with knight g5, I'm threatening a few sacks on f7, which in the beginning I was just thinking e6 is where I should focus my attack to try to go after those pawns on d5 and c4. So now knight takes f7. This is like a real standard move. If king takes, then I would take on e6 and get the pawns anyway. So now probably the same thing. And now knight takes d5 is a nice move, because, you know, also possible, I was considering e takes d7 and then queen takes d7, defending the pawn on d5. And, you know, I was like, doesn't seem very clear. Maybe bishop f3 then. But then I thought he had bishop b4 to really, he would hang on to the pawn, and it wouldn't be so clear. Black maybe is like doing pretty well. Knight takes, on the other hand, his knight is stuck. And now the pawn on d5 crumbles. the pawn on c4 crumbles, and his moves b6 and rook b8 in the opening look foolish. They're not really doing anything. So he's sacked. Now it opens up the pressure on the d file. Queen c3 was nice, creating some threats. And now bishop takes c4 was good. Now knight f6 was nice. It was a very good way very clean way to end the game and just win the queen and take advantage of all the pressure and stuff from previously in the game. So this is Will Stewart from OnlineChessLessons.net, and thanks for tuning in.